Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Zach Lasco, and this is the Shed Talk Show with Zach and Nojo today. Usually my man's with me all the time. Like I told you guys last week, though, I'm gonna start to go live every single day of the week from 2 to 3. Got a little bit of a late start today. I'm actually on vacation, as you can tell. This is not the normal set, not normally what we're doing, but we're out visiting Joshy in Syracuse and loving it. So, had a nice round of golf this morning. We thought we were going to go to a new course. Josh doesn't play up here too much, and I've never been up here, so we had no clue what to expect. You know, we get to this thing. It actually ends up being a par 3 course, but I'll tell you what, it was probably the nicest par 3 course I've ever been to. I ended up shooting a 67. I think Josh shot around a 72-ish. We're not sure what he did on the back nine. He got a little upset. That's what happens whenever, you come visit somebody on their home turf and smack them on their home course, I guess. I don't know. That's what he did to me last week, anyhow. But, my people, we got not too much to talk about. We had a good weekend of sports. I'm just going to start it off real quick by saying my parlay hit. Joe was making fun of me the whole time, just talking all that smack last Thursday, saying, what do I know? What do I know? Plus 680, Joe. It was a big hit. You know it was. We had the Padres -2, the Indians straight up, and then the Orioles +3. And they covered. The Orioles lost that game, but they did cover, so big win. Big win. I actually hit the Trailblazers coming up here, too, on Friday. They were playing... Wow. That's terrible. Guess it's just time to bring up the browser. Let's see who they were playing. Okay. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Portland. That's so terrible. Damian Lillard hit a 3 to win it in overtime, too. That's ridiculous. I should know. Okay. Yeah, Grizzlies, duh. Yeah, because they were playing John Morant. He hit the 3. They were up 2 points in overtime, and then he hit the 3 to seal the deal and to ultimately give me the win because I was taking the Trailblazers -3.5. They were favored. I'm hoping that they actually... Me and Joe were talking last week. We weren't even sure if they were doing the playoff run or anything. But they are actually doing... I think it's 8 games before the playoffs, like the seeding games they're calling it, which is pretty cool because that gives the Trailblazers a chance to actually make a run for this thing. Let's take a look at the standings and see how far they are back. Okay, let's see here, standings, bam. Hey, my mic's clicking, huh? I don't know why. I want to apologize for that too, guys. Sorry. Not much I can do about it. This is what I got for today. Anyhow, so the standings, so we got Brooklyn Nets, right there, okay, there. Trailblazers are, how many games back? So they're about 2.5 games back out of 8th place. And I think that they can make a run. Who do they got coming up? Schedule. We got the Rockets tonight before the end of the regular season. All right, Rockets tonight. Denver, Clippers, Philly, Dallas, Brooklyn. I think against the Rockets, they're going to have to play the best game of their career. Denver, again, they're going to have to play good. LA, it's not an easy road for the Portland Trailblazers. I'll tell you that for sure. I don't know. I hope Dame Dash can do it, but you got some tough teams to go through to catch them on those 2 games. And let's see what Memphis is looking like. Schedule. Okay, so they got the Pelicans, the Jazz, Oklahoma City, Toronto, Boston, and Milwaukee. That's no walk in the park either, I'll tell you that. They have some serious ground to make up for sure. they're already in the playoffs, but it's very possible that they could lose a couple of those games and the Trailblazers could sneak in, and I would love to see it. I guess we'll see what happens. In other news around the sports world, we had a pretty good WGC event this weekend. Pulling it up. The WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. Brooks Koepka was the defending champion, and it looked like,
feel like a compromise to you? No.
and it actually looked like he may, he may repeat. It looked good. It looked good for Brooks. But let's pull up the leaderboard, and ultimately, Justin Thomas did take it, 13 under. I love seeing Phil Mickelson up there at -10 too. He had a great day. But I mean, honestly, Justin Thomas is the most consistent golfer in sports. I've been saying it in golf. Wow, I have been saying it to Joe. Been talking about it. JT's just the man right now. There's nobody more consistent. That's what golf is all about. Consistency always. So, I have a hard time taking it away from the man. Who else? Let's take a look at the leaderboard, see what else we got. All right, we got Daniel Berger to. Let's see where Victor finished this week. If he even Van Rooyen -6, that's not bad. I like seeing Eric Van Rooyen up there. I'm not even sure if Victor. Yeah, he did +3. Bad week for Victor. Bad week for Victor. Damn. Well, listen. Victor's gonna have his time, and Joe thinks he's cool because he picked Bryson DeChambeau when he was hot and he won the Rocket Mortgage, but it's not gonna stay that way. Bryson's all in his head. He's freaking out now. He's, getting flustered out there. It's not looking good. When you can drive the ball now, it's a great show. That's all I'm going to say. We also had some, like I was saying with the baseball games this past weekend, it really sucks, but up until Friday, I'm not sure what happened this past weekend. Again, I haven't been following it as closely as I should have been because I'm on vacation, but up until Friday, there had been 15 games in the MLB that had been postponed. Now, till Friday, that was a week that the week was active. 15 games in 1 week. And in that time, we've seen a lot of NFL players opt out of the season, 2020 season. They're not going to play. I think it's up to 8 Patriots now. Odell Beckham's talking about the NFL should not have a season. They just shouldn't even do it. They should just scrap the whole thing. I can't disagree. I mean, listen, I want to see football. It's my favorite time of the year. It's the best time of the year. It's a holiday. We always talk about how fantasy football is a holiday for us every Sunday. But if you can't keep an MLB, listen, was it 18 people on the Miami Marlins tested positive for COVID? 18 people. So that means that then the Phillies are actually playing today. We'll check the schedule because I think the Phillies are actually finally back since that whole thing happened. But again, 15 games, man. I mean, how are you going to expect to have a season of any type, whenever that many people are coming down with COVID? It's ridiculous. Let's see. Okay, so Philadelphia's back. New York's playing. It's actually a good game. Man, I'd love to take the Yankees on that. I can't bet up here either. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but on River Sportsbook, the only place you can throw down a bet is in PA, which I am not, so that sucks. Oh, we got the Dodgers and Padres. That's a good game. Man, I like the Rockies tonight for sure. We got Chicago. Like the Chicago Twins, obviously, because the Buccos are stinking it out. Brewers are playing again. That's nice because they had a game that was postponed. DeGrom's pitching against Soroka. That's going to be a beautiful game. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a fan game right there. for sure. FS1, probably going to watch that one tonight. New York and Philadelphia. I haven't even seen Philadelphia play yet, really, so that'll be cool. Like I said, I guess we'll see. We'll see. And then Cleveland and Cincinnati, I'm staying away from it. But I would say my sure bet, damn, I like the A's too, but I think I'm going with the Rockies against Johnny Cueto. I mean, what's Cueto been doing so far? We'll look. 2.25 ERA, 3 Ks. Let's see. All right, who's pitching? Chichi Gonzalez. 5.29 with 46 Ks. Is that the 2019? Yeah, it's a 2019 season. So, shit. I think you got to go. I think Johnny Cueto's the better pitcher here. Now we're talking about the bats. I'm going with my Rockies every time. Maybe not as surefire of a thing as I originally thought, but I'm going with the Rockies for sure. Let's check back to the chat. Let's see. Still sounds good. Victor, she loves Victor. Oh, Josh is talking shit. Let's see here. Home course, my ass. That was my first time, and you got spanked by 3 of the grand total of the weekend on the real course. Okay, listen. So we're talking about when he beat me back at the house. So we played 3 times, 56 holes. He beat me by 3 the first 18. I took him by 3 the next 18 in Madison. And then on the final day, I was so just not myself. You know, it was a long weekend, and I had to wake up early, go sit in the sun, sweating, a little hungover probably. Man, and just 25-minute wait on each tee box at Cloverleaf in the dead heat of the sun. Just, oh my God, it was just a terrible storm, a perfect storm of bad things for my golf game. But for Josh, it's probably why he ended up taking me by 3. I could be wrong, but regardless, I have the New York title right now, and we'll see how that keeps going. Sorry, Joshy. Yeah, so anyhow, back to the NFL. Odell's talking about that the NFL should just postpone the season completely. And I said that I can't disagree, just because if you see all these numbers around the MLB, there's only, there's double the players on the roster for the NFL. You got 52 as opposed to 25 for the MLB on the active roster. So no bubble for either team. The MLB seems to be taking things a little bit more seriously. The commissioner, Rob Manfred, said earlier this week that if they don't, then potentially the season's going to be completely canceled, and we're not going to have baseball this season, which would suck. A shortened season that's supposed to make it until October for the playoffs anyhow would be cut short, and then it's just scary, man. I don't know that the NFL is going to go much better. Especially with like Odell's probably the biggest name we've heard say anything yet. Dante Hightower, like we said on Thursday, opted out, and with Patrick Chung, and along with those other Patriots, who else? Devin Funches, I believe. They just got someone else too. Just somebody else, a wide receiver. They just got to the roster. I'll bring them up. I should know this. It's not Allen Hurns, but is it Allen Hurns? No, Marquise Lee. Yeah, both from the Jags. So yeah, he opted out as well. Nothing crazy there, but I just don't know what's realistically going to happen with this season. I'm trying to sit here and set up my fantasy draft to get last year's champs, the Bash Bros, to pick up the draft order. But for what? I mean, potentially to not have a season, because the way things are looking right now, it's not looking good. At the very least, I'm thinking that the season's getting canceled halfway through, unless they do something to change all this. I don't know. I just got an update right here. It says, Browns wide receiver expected to play despite earlier comments to Wall Street Journal that the NFL season shouldn't happen. So Odell's not opting out. He is going to play, but he just doesn't feel safe, I guess. And that's it's understandable, man. I mean, these people have families, they have children that have just been born, that they don't want to take this thing around, so I get it. But if that is really the way you want to go about this, then the players that are playing and the guys that do want to play that just had children and all that, then wear your masks, tighten up, and be respectful, be mindful of what you're doing every single day, so we don't have to worry about it. You take your tests, you go to your hotel room, you practice. That's it. I just really, I'm just hoping that there's a season. At this point, I don't know. Let's check out some other headlines around the place here. Oh my! I wonder how I'm doing for the first episode. I don't know. It's kind of weird not being in my element, back at the house and all that. We got the Raptors playing the Heat right now. The Raptors are leading them 46-44. Minute 12 left in the second half. So I'm a big Heat guy, though. That's what I told Joe. That's my dark horse. So I'm hoping that they can make a run multiple times. He's making excuses. No, Josh, I'm not making excuses. Calm down. Calm down, Josh. So anyhow, back to the headlines. We got, like I said, the Heat are losing right now by 2, but still a lot of game left. It's halftime. Yeah, we got the Penguins playing the Canadiens tonight. The Pens are actually 0-1. They lost this one in overtime, man. It looked like they were kind of getting smacked around all game, and then they made a, third period comeback to tie it 2-2 and then go to overtime, and they just kind of got their ass beaten. Nobody was saying that they were gonna. They were actually a huge favorite, still are. I'm not gonna over exaggerate this whole thing and say that they're not gonna win the series, because I think that they will. But I was listening to 93.7 The Fan last week, and they were saying that not even Montreal Canadiens beat reporters or journalists. We're going to take the Canadiens. They had the Pens at the most winning it in 4, which I thought was amazing. Because even if I'm writing for, the Pirates, I'm still thinking that they have a shot, I guess. You got to be optimistic if you're a writer, I would think. Maybe not. But anyhow, we got the Pens tonight, 8 o'clock. That'll be a good game. 0-1 Canadiens lead the series. Unfortunately. Pirates play tonight as well, like I said. 8-10. Pirates are 2-7 right now. Not looking good. We got the Spurs and 76ers tonight. Should be a good game. Laker Jazz. I think that'll be really good. And as I was saying the Rockets Trailblazers game is Tuesday. Sorry about that, guys. At 9. I think that'll be a great game. Looking forward to all that. All the action's back. I have to say, it's so nice just being able to turn the TV on and just see some sports for real, because it sucked. It's definitely sucked, and I'm glad that I think golf's definitely here to stay for sure. They seem to be taking the proper precautions, and when you're out there, you're pretty much 6 feet away from everybody when you're golfing anyhow. I would think the only cross contamination you may have is from the whole ball going into the hole. That's really it. I can't think of much else. Celebrating or something like that, possibly. I don't know. But we got the PGA Championship coming up this weekend. TPC Harding Park in San Francisco, California. And Brooks is actually defending champ of that as well, so he must have won back-to-back last year and was going pretty good. Should be pretty good. Let's see who's all going to... Doesn't have anybody that's going to be playing in the field or any of that yet, so whatever. I think that I would like to know who's playing, but regardless, okay. NBA, NCAA. Oh yeah, so college football, I believe let's check out Pitt's schedule. We haven't really talked too much about Pitt. Okay. I believe they're only allowed to play 10 games this season, and they're all, yeah, ACC 11 games. Oh, and they did include Notre Dame. That's cool. So we can talk about this for a minute. So the ACC decided that they're only going to play divisional games, and I'm not sure. I know that I should know this. Let's pull it up. Okay. Okay. Wow. I should really know this, and this is where Joe comes in. This is where Joe comes in, because he would be yelling at me right now. But anyhow, so Notre Dame joins the ACC, includes the FBS Independent Notre Dame playing in a full league schedule because they are independent and they wanted to join. So the 2020 football schedule has been announced, and here it is actually. So cool. Cool. At least we'll have some college sports, because I know for a while there they were saying that that we weren't going to see any because Ivy League canceled all fall activities. Pretty crazy stuff. But anyhow, guys, I just want to sit back and talk for a minute about, how the show's going, and I'm just happy I'm here, honestly. I never expected to really get this dedicated about the whole thing, but it really seems to be going great, and I just enjoy coming on, talking to you guys every day. Look, I even got spent a whole bunch of money at the mall yesterday on vacation to get a little impromptu set up for us. Got the American flag in the background, and man, just been a great weekend overall, and just happy to be here. Marissa's up here with us. We've obviously, my beautiful wife's with us everywhere that we go, or future wife. She's with me everywhere we go, but geez, guys, I don't know. I just really grateful. A lot of good games coming up this week. A lot of good content. Hopefully, people stay safe out there. Keep the leagues running good. Finally, I believe August 14th marks the start of the NBA playoffs. So that'll be pretty cool and something to look forward to as well. Just hoping and praying, man. Training camp did start last Thursday, and as of now, it's still going. We saw the Steelers report today, and just hope it stays going. But honestly, guys, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about on vacation. Just wanted to come in, check in with you, see how everybody's doing for the week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, thank you guys for watching the Shed Talk Show with Zach and No Joe today. Have a great day unless you've made other plans. Thank you.